Turning it around, turning it around. Oh. Hold on a second. Just my audio a little bit. Yeah. Oh, should be it. No! Why would you update my game, Bethesda? It's never going to work again because of 2021. Oh, no! I think this is where we were last time. But let's not use that. Seems like someone's in here. Jeez.
You've been rather busy lately. Asking questions,
Who the fuck
investigating. So is that it? You're some kind of investigator? A detective for hire? Or do you have some kind of personal grudge against an innocent android who simply wants to be left alone? Please tell me. I'd really like to know.
Dude, no, seriously.
Fine. Let's cut to the chase. My name is Victoria Watts. I work for a movement whose goals are directly opposed to your own, apparently. It seems you're trying very hard to locate an android my associates and I have tried very hard to hide. You can see how that puts us at odds. You really want help? Take this. It's an internal component from the very android you're searching for. Don't ask how I obtained it. Present it to Dr. Zimmer in Rivet City. Tell him the android is dead and that was on the corpse. He'll believe you. Do that and Zimmer will go back to the Commonwealth and leave that poor soul alone. Do that and you'll have saved a man's life.
Interesting.
Of course. If you help me, and thus the android, God and the universe will smile upon you. Is there any better compensation? You know what you need to do.
Yeah. I think what I need to do is, port this guy.
Oh, I can't wait to hear how the repellent's working. Just a few? Well, I'm sure it'll be good enough. So, how did my chemical repellent work? Safe and clean like a charm, I bet.
Dude, can you make one that works on people? No way.
Oh, that isn't what I want at all. People already have all sorts of ways to kill them. We don't need a more lethal mole rat trap, just a better one. I guess it's back to the drawing board for that repellent. I wonder if I can make it into some sort of fuel. Anyway, I'll just take that. Oh, but for your trouble, here, have the leftover chems from working on the repellent. I'm sure you can find some use for them. There's a lot we don't know about mirelurks and how intelligent and dangerous they are.
Oh.
That definitely deserves research. I hesitate to ask, but I'll need to examine the effects of serious physical trauma. I wouldn't ask if I couldn't fix you up afterwards, of course. And that should be it for the second chapter. Which do you want to check out?
Mirelurks are a big threat in some areas, and knowing more about them can help people learn to avoid or even outsmart them.
Huh.
So I picked up this observer device to study them in their natural habitat. I need you to hide one in one of the spawning pods in their lairs.
While you're working on that, I'll be following up on a lead I've got for a couple stealth boys. When you're done, they're yours. And who knows, maybe we'll learn something useful from the Mirelurks. That's great. I recommend the nest at the Anchorage War Memorial. I knew a trader who talked about the Mirelurks down there. Just go inside and find one of their spawning pods, probably down near the water. Put this observer inside and get out quietly. And be sure not to kill any Mirelurks inside their nest. If you do, it could ruin the validity of the study. Remember, I'll buy whatever you're selling.
Here we are. This is nice. Yeah, nope. No. No! There, I did it. Great.
For the wastes, we pulled together and got you this. It's the best we could do. Certainly, it's the least I could do after all you've done.
Yeah, that really is the least you can do. 11 bottle caps? Jesus.
Some sort of king or priests or some sort of scaly community center? Okay, yes, they're jerks. But if they're intelligent, we can get them to stop and train them. Maybe we could even ride them. Oh, that'd be fun.
Bruh.
So, I'll bet most people would have just gone in there, guns blazing without half a thought. But not you. You're the best research assistant ever. I've been getting a good signal, but what do you think about them from your first-hand observations of them?
Ha ha ha!
Well, they certainly aren't making tea and having nice chats, obviously. But maybe you're right. Any social development is minor at best. Some of these observations about their armor and camouflage gave me an idea for reinforced neutral-colored headgear. Here, consider it thanks for not interfering with them. Great! I never get to study anyone who's severely injured. Not without them crying to me. But obviously, you can... Next time you get badly injured, I'll be waiting here with plenty of bandages for you. Oh.
You know what I should have done? I should have actually gone into that Mirelurk thing, gotten my fucking, you know, ass kicked. And then done it. Well, fuck. Oh!
Well, how do you feel?
Oh, I know it does, dear, but it's for a good cause. Try not to squirm so much while I take notes. Now, how would you describe the pain you're feeling? Any advice for how to keep it from being overwhelming? And remember, this is for posterity.
Dude, I really wish, but yeah. Pain's an abstract. I stay focused on the definable things, like survival.
You? At a loss for words? Oh, it's worse than I thought.
Luckily, I'm here to patch you up. Now hold still and quit fidgeting.
Ugh. How can you be walking around like this? Okay, I even stitched a little smiley face in you to keep up your spirits.
It's kind of hard to see from your side, though. Here, take this environment suit of mine. It will help with medical tasks.
Absolutely. Just one last chapter now. Oh, and here's your payment. 2 big boxes full of ammo. Think of it as insurance, in case the next chapter isn't as safe as I predict.
Ah, great.
The last chapter's a bit more esoteric.
It's about the survival of humanity as a whole and how to rebuild society.
Deep stuff, huh?
We need to know how large settlements are formed, how to harness the old technology,
And I'll need you to get ancient history from a nearby library. We're in the last stretch now. Don't be so sure. You'd be surprised how confused people get. In this case, I'm talking about Rivet City. It's the most successful survivor settlement around. Of course, that's why it's important to know how a place like that succeeded.
This should be ridiculously easy.
Want to do some buff out? Maybe a little psycho?
I'm Tammy. Have you seen my good-for-nothing son lately? The little shit is usually up to no good. What a load of crap. Obviously, you've never had to take care of some squealing little brat. Yeah? What do you want? Oh, really? My husband ran off and got himself killed and left me to raise his little brat. So don't you tell me how I should or shouldn't be.
Ain't seen many of those around lately. They're tough to come by. History? Fuck if I know. Hell, fuck if I care.
Sorry, but I don't really know much about it. More worried about what's going wrong with the here and now, see?
Welcome to Potomac Attire. I am Bannon, proprietor and city council member. I carry discriminating attire for discriminating customers. That's not what I meant. What I meant was that my goods are of the highest quality, which I assume is what you're looking for. Dr. Lee, Chief Harkness, and I can be... A threat? No, of course not. Well, maybe. He wants to replace me on the council. He's a shady character. I just can't prove it. Now, if someone were to find something incriminating in his room, Well, let's just say I would be very appreciative. Why, I practically set this whole place up. When I got here 12 years ago, it was just a handful of dead-enders squatting in a rusted-out rowboat. Now I'm on the council, and with my leadership, we're the strongest settlement in the wastes. Of course, a few of those dead-enders still stick around, but who'd want to leave? Well, yes, but it was hardly any place of importance until I arrived on the scene. That's all ancient history now. No one would ever care about it. If you insist on wasting your time on that, you could try that bartending old crone down below, Belle Bonnie.
How come you haven't bought me a drink yet?
What?
Now that's what I like in a man. Enough caps to buy a lady a drink. Can't help you with the history, honey.
Don't start anything down here, or I'll have Brock kick your ass. Probably not. What do you have? History? What, not enough shit around here already? You need to dig up more? Don't know if it ever had an official start. It's just been here forever. Stuck in the river and full of assholes. Huh! Why, that lying son of a bitch. He wasn't even born when I got here. Want to know this tub's history? Only person who really knows it is Pinkerton. And most think he's dead, or gone. He's holed up in the other half of the ship, and he don't like visitors.
How the hell did you get in here? I suppose you can't be all that bad if you made it this far without dying. This is the part where you tell me what the hell you are doing bothering an old man who obviously wants to be left alone. Get on with it already. Well, if you I'm the guy that got Rivet City up and running in the first place. And after all that, Lee and her gang of flunkies pushed me out. Ha! Project Purity, indeed. What a bunch of morons. They can't even clean some water. I live here. It's where I do my work. You made it past my defenses, which proves you aren't a dummy. And you haven't killed me. So I suppose you aren't here to do that. I suppose you can hang around if you want. What? I have better things to do than yak about those backstabbers up. Ha! Sounds like you've been poking around, all right. I'm surprised any of those reprobates even remember me. Maybe they still laugh about how they edged me out of the council back then. For that, you have to go all the way back to when remnants of the Naval Research Institute cleared the Mirelurks off this wreck, about 40 years ago. We were looking for new lab space, and this bucket of bolts just happened to have a well-preserved science bay on it. Everything else just grew up around that lab once we got it up and running. The science team was led by one H. Pinkerton. About 18 years ago, Lee and her ambitious little team of backbiters showed up. Ruined everything around here, they did. She came in with her big purity project, Pipe Dream, and my whole staff started working with her, those traitors. She even took my seat on the council. By then, I was glad to leave it behind. But hell if I'm leaving the city I made great. What are you suggesting, you little brat? I may not be on the science team anymore, but I still know how to keep records. Here, they probably don't even remember, but I kept the records of that first council meeting. Take them, if it'll put them in their place. Who cares? It's some hydroponics pipe dream that Lee's been working on forever. Waste of time and effort, I say. Apparently, though, my teams cared more about it than they did about little things like defense systems or making this ship float again. Treacherous bastards, all of them. Of course I do. A good scientist always keeps track of their data. Here, they probably don't even remember, but I kept the records of that first council meeting. Take them, if it'll put them in their place. Don't let your guard down.
Oh, I'm dying. Ah!
Any luck finding out how Rivet City got started?
Not really.
Aha! Not just as easy as asking around, was it? Good information takes real work to uncover after all.
So, tell me all about it.
I guess that's how people are, huh? Show a little initiative and success, and they'll support you enough for real success. Nice work! It must have taken a lot of investigation. Here, for the next time you've got to shine like that.
Oh, and I'll let the Rivet City traders know they'll be favorably mentioned in the book.
I've got to do a section on working with old computer electronics, so there's some research to be done in the old... Also, there used to be a big library out there, and that'll be it for the last chapter.
Sure, let's do
It
that.
does, doesn't it? According to him, now that would be a...